G'day mates, it's a Doctor here. Previously on Yu-Gi-Oh! We went over Greiken's fascination with dinosaurs, and for my fascination, it is water, the deep blue, the ocean. And let's jump right into it because there's a lot more water monsters than dinosaur monsters. Sorry, Greiken. But I'm going to go over these guys briefly because we have a lot of cards to get through and talk about them for a bit. So I've always loved the ocean, but how mysterious it was and how alien some of the animals look. But we have Fisherman with the Lost Art card here, and I'm glad they kept that consistency instead of the lollipop stick that he had. I know it's a metal detector, but yeah, I'm glad they kept that consistency with the Lost Art and his retrains. So yeah, if you haven't seen my Lost Art collection, please check that out. And kind of funny how Fortress Whale has a couple of retrains, but I don't think it has a baby version. That would be funny to see. And so I also have water-related spells and traps in this folder. Now we have the Crystal Girl. I'm not sure what this lineup is, but kind of random. With Blizzard Princess, Crystal Girl, Cold Enchanter. But yeah, they can search Fortress Whale. And at the bottom, we've got the Orca Mega Fortress, which is also in a Yumi deck with the Admiral from GX, who also played the Shallow Grave, Warrior of Atlantis, to search for the Legendary Ocean, which is in Yumi, but, you know, same thing. And I'm very happy with the Yumi support, by the way, because we have Doom Kraken, that is a hand trap, the Electric Jellyfish, which is a spell negator, and Fish Sonar, I can search for any monster that mentions Yumi. Unfortunately, I can't search for Warrior of Atlantis. Fury of Kaishin to search the Terminal Tribute, and I do have a secret rare copy that I'm going to get out for you guys. Hopefully not make a mess. But yeah, I always like the secret rare rarity with water-related cards because of all the droplets that really makes the secret rare stand out more. Yeah, that's from Legendary Collection Yugi's World. Some people were even asking if I would sell that card. It's just too pretty. Too pretty to sell. Speaking of pretty boys, we have Ocean Dragon Lord Daedalus and the Daedalus lineup. I would like to see a modern retrain of Daedalus with maybe the second head as the retrain card. Because why does go from baby to teenager to adult with two heads? Someone explain that evolution. Now we've got some random water monsters there. Deep Diver, Mother Grizzly. I wonder if we'll get a Mermaid Knight retrain. Oh, Bitelan here, I should mention with this card. So with Bitelan, back in the day I used to play Battle City rules with some of my friends and cousins, and, well, that was a mistake, wasn't it? But this is one of the cards that I won off one of my friends. But I don't know how many cards I lost, and some of them were fake cards because we didn't know the difference between real cards and fake cards at the time. But Bitelan is a reminder of that for me. So this is one of my most nostalgic cards, which is actually an older video I made. Very old video. We got Silent Abyss and an older, damaged version of Silent Abyss because, you know, as kids, we also didn't know about card sleeves. Like, what, you hide them up your shirt sleeves? What are card sleeves? Never heard of such a thing. We have the BES Crystal Core, which is technically part of the archetype, and I don't know how I want to sort out all the different archetypes, well, monsters that are part of archetypes that are not water-specific, but they have water monsters in them. So, that's going to be awkward to fill out, like Bubble Man and the like. Also, with the deep sea monsters here, they're actually not part of the Diva archetype, believe it or not, because deep sea is, as you can see, is one word here. Whereas Diva, it's two words, the deep sea. And we got some vanilla monsters here, and I don't have it, but there is an archetype of a Spiral Serpent retrain, which is funny. And we're going to talk about retrain archetypes soon, but yeah, that's funny to me. They made Spiral Serpent an archetype. Oh, and I should say that this is a work in progress. That I don't have all of them, but of the ones that I do have enough to stacked together in a folder, and for what I have, just look how thick that is. Do I need another folder? Probably. Here's some frog monsters. Don't have a 3ES frog or the tadpoles, but I do have Totally Awesome and Miss Starboy Retrain and Aquamador lineup of retrains. Terra King Salmon, Amphibious Bug Growth, and Maiden of the Aqua. I am so happy they reprinted this card. It's been so long, and it also works with that trap card in the new Yumi support that came in the Duelist pack. And speaking of the new Duelist packs, there's only Light left. I think the Light the Light attribute is the only one they haven't done yet, so maybe that could be for another video, talking about sets that we want to see made in 2024. For now, here's a Spell Retrain as a trap card with Salvage having a, well, terrible accident. It turns out Amphibious Bug Growth was never rescued. Now we have Slime, which is, yes, a deck. Slime is an actual archetype used by Marek, Strings, and Mad Dog from GX. So I wonder if we'll see a Mad Dog Slime instead of Valen's Armor in Animation Chronicle 2024. Here's some treasure-related cards, like a treasure map. I wonder if this could work with cards in the future one day. If there will be some random card that will actually break this card and make treasure map good. But yeah, a bunch of jar-related cards, and the Gold Moon Coin, the Sacred Sword of 7 Stars, the Sea Lord's Amulet. Just a funny page I made. Fishborgs, plant-related water monsters that are not part of any archetype. Same with the reptiles at the bottom. Now we have the Glacial Beasts, which I think these two are pretty good, and their boss monster is kind of garbage. But I would like to see more Glacial Beasts. Doesn't that sound cool? Glacial Beasts. We've got all kinds of beasts. The Crystal Beasts, Alchemy Beasts. We have Area of a Water Charmer. And as you can see, I've also got the alternate art. And we have the Gaga Gigo, not exactly a lineup. There's the Xyz monster, there's the baby version, there's the 6-star monster, which I guess is a teenager, or maybe this one looks more teen-like. But kind of funny that he's sort of he has this journey, like Gaga Gigo has a story, and if anyone knows how that played out, with Area playing a role in all this, let me know in the comments. Some more random water monsters, but some of the water dinosaurs here, like Submarine Tauride, Cabazels, Frostosaurus. Euminotaurus is one of the strangest water monsters, because, well, it looks strange on top, mostly, but its effect is a better version of Gemini Lancer, which is a Gemini monster, where you need to summon twice to inflict piercing damage, whereas this card, you can just summon it, and any of your fish, sea serpent, aqua monsters can inflict piercing. Speaking of which, the Generation Fish archetype, if we can call it that, which was introduced in Generation Fortune. I made a video on this, how they're kind of like the original Goatee, but Goatee was just better. And I really wish it was a deck that took off in some way. And I really thought they were going to show up in the anime, because Shark played a few of these cards, like Submersible Carrier, Poseidon Wave, Shark Stickers, and Thriller Rabcar, Hammerhead, of course. And Zero Force is a really good card for when your monsters are banished, then you can have all your opponent's monsters' attack points reduced to 0, and we could use this in Goatees, but it's a trap card, and trap cards are slow these days. And yeah, Totem Bird is not water, obviously, but he synergizes with the archetype. If we can even call it, it's just strange. And so what I was trying to say was, they wanted to make Fish, Sea Serpent, and Aqua like a single type, which is why we have cards like Surface and Aquajet. Because you couldn't go with water monsters, like Air Orca is Wind, Sky Starray is Wind, and Skullkraken, which was a card played by Shark in Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal, but it's dark. And got some number cards here, including the Jump Promo Acid Golem of Destruction and the Secret Rare number 17 Leviathan Dragon. And I just want a retrain of this card. Please give it to us, Konami. We have the Gold Rares with a Triage Levia, which could be summoned off by Bahamut Shark. Silent Wobby is a random one, and a Gold Sarcophagus. A bit more of a treasure-related stuff, and it can banish, so technically it should be part of the deck. Jawsman is a mistake, because it's Beast Warrior. Where did this come from? And I think that's another card played by Shark. What was not played is a Spearfish Soldier, which is sort of a reason to banish all your Fish, Sea, Serpent, Aqua monsters with this deck. And it gains a measly 100 attack. Why not 200? Why not 300? Nope, it has to be 100. I guess they had the set of ultra rares and they couldn't buff this card up to ultra rare. Like they couldn't make it ultra rare worthy. A level 4 monster that increases attack with the more monsters you have banished. Like Grand Maju. Like Grand Maju is just so much better. But believe it or not, there was random support for this deck specifically with Guitar Gernard's George. I have no idea how to say that. But with this card, you can banish it from your graveyard and you banish this card from your graveyard. One water monster on the field gains attack equal to the number of monsters banished times 100. But this is not water. So confusing, but I guess I should mention the Tetzer Eret Newman and Newman Eret Tetsudo. I don't know what those names translate to, but yeah, those turtles are a thing. Then we have a Sea Lancer, another mistake, because it's Beast Warrior for some reason. And, yeah, with this card you can equip your one banished, or any of your banished Sea Serpent Aqua monsters. It only doesn't really matter, does it? Because it only gains 1,000. Only 1,000. Not for each, just as long as it's equipped with one of them. There's that Gemini Lancer I talked about earlier. And, yeah, a bunch of Sea Serpent cards. Like, this should have been Sea Serpent. Super Ancient Deep Sea King Colocamph. I just love the older rarities, or the older colorations of the cards. Yeah, he was, reprinted. But, yeah, I just love, how creepy the dark abyss is of the ocean. Some more slime cards. So here we have like a set of trio cards, like Mythic Tree Dragon, and yep. So we got the waters, what they build up into, and the non-water monsters. I did that completely out of order, but yeah, this random card from Power of the Elements works with these two cards, where you could have a Earth or Water monster. I don't know what this card is designed for, but the best I can think of is Mythic Tree Dragon and Mythic Water Dragon. So it works. By the way, if we ever get a retrain of Wormdrake, make it a slime monster. And Humanoid Wormdrake is not a slime monster. This, by the way, is the same with the Japanese version. This is not a TCG mistake, like a Revival Gem is Revival Slime. So at some point we're going to see it retrain to Revival Slime, or you'll have the text, "This card is always treated as a slime card." Now, we have some Abyss Rising cards, a lot of Zexal era cards here, like the Dragon Rulers and Beautiful Princess. Some of the commons there, and Imaruka and Minaruka, Mermaid Shark, a lot of the Shark cards, which, it's so stupid how Shark is technically not a named archetype, whereas Goblin recently has searches. Yes, you can literally search Goblin cards. I can't believe that. Goblin is getting support and is now a cohesive deck. What's not a cohesive deck is the Blizzard Burn deck played by Rio. And I should probably put this further up because I do have a page of Rio's cards. But, yeah, I made a video called Untapped Potential Blizzard Burn, which is what I like to call it. And I want to make that a series, Untapped Potential, where we take a bad deck and see how it could be improved. The rest of the cards here, aside from White Knight Dragon, are these cards that distribute ice counters, except Snowman Eater, but that's also here because the Starfoil Rarity. I like to see then make another Starfoil set. But yeah, ice counters was something they tried with, which actually goes all the way back to the Cold Enchanter that distributes ice counters. But yeah, I guess they gave up on it after a second attempt. Now, here's something that's really funny, but a lot of you didn't know about. Atlanteans started with this card from Phantom Darkness Atlantean Pikeman. So, much like how Jinzo became its own archetype, Snake and Phoenix became its own archetype, Thunder Dragon became its own archetype, Atlanteans started with this baby. This little shrimp. Isn't that so funny? Because with the ones I mentioned, they're like boss monsters. They're stronger monsters, much stronger than Atlantean Pikeman. But yeah, Konami decided to take this baby and let's make a deck around it. And it all culminated together with the Mermaids, which became possibly the strongest water deck to grace the game, including Slushy. Because, yeah, why not make this card a Sea Serpent support? Here's some more Mermaids with their trap cards. I don't have Bis Balin, which is the whale, which requires you to discard 4 water monsters. What? More Mermaids, including their extra deck monsters. How is it we don't have a rank 4 Mermail? Has anyone realized that? Because a lot of them are level 4, level 4, level 4, level 4, level 4. How do we not have a rank 4 Mermail? If we're ever going to see Mermail support, like, there you go, it's right there. Now, got some Abyss Rising cards, which is where Mermails debuted in, including Abyss Dweller there. I'm not sure if you can see it, but there's a nasty crease on this card, because I had it on the floor. It was sleeved up, but my cat decided to roll around in it, and yeah, there's like that dent there. Yeah, there we go. Now you can see it, because it was on one of my chargers, and oh dear, that's nasty. And people will say, oh, it's not much value because it's not first edition, but still. Oh, that was... Oh, my stupid cat. Why does my cat have to ruin cards? Do you have any pets that have ruined cards like that for you? Now we have Sharks cards. With, like, Sharks ace monsters have been all over the place. Like, we've gone from Leviathan Dragon to Shark Drake and, Silent Honor Arc. It's an Abyss Splash. It's all over the place. But yeah, there's that Ghost Rare Shark Drake Vice, the retrain of Shark Drake. Oh, so happy when I pulled that. That's probably my best pull ever. Wonder if I should upload that as a short video, a YouTube short. Now here we have the rest of Rio's cards. Well, maybe not rest, because there's a couple of main deck monsters that I'm missing. She has a lot of spell and trap cards that are anime only, so they could be in Animation Chronicle next year. But yep, there's Crystal Zero Lancer, which is not a number card, despite having the number on her dress. Ragnar Zero and Frozen Ladies, a few of female number monsters and some other number monsters on the next page. And Diamond Dust, which was played by Rio. Silent Angler, which kind of goes with the deck. And not to mention it's a Duelist Saga rare, which is should go with Vito. I should probably swap them around. Now we've got some Water Cybers, which may be my next collection that I'll talk about. It is a smaller folder of that one. It's not like I could take the sleeves out of that one, where I could do with this one. And there's that manga promo, the Nightmare Shark, which is a beast in Duel Links. Oh, and secret rarity, Hope Wolverine Dragon Spider Shark, which is not fish for some reason. That's one of the disappointments with a Generation Fish. And the only fish type monster they had was Submersible Carrier Aero Shark, and I may have gone by it, but wanted to combine it with Fish Depth Charge, which was a very good trap card at the time. Now we have a Fire and Water with a Navy Dragon Mech. This is what inspired this page for me. And I didn't know that Vermilion Dragon Mech had a water counterpart. That's so random and funny. And here's Freezing Beast, Burning Beast, two random monsters that go together, as we can see by the spell card combination attack. And here is the Deep Sea archetype, with a Rage of the Deep Sea randomly that fits in here, because there's a space between deep and sea. So technically it fits in, unlike Deep Sea Shark. Some more Shark cards, and of course, Duelist Saga rare. Can we just see a Duelist Saga 2? How did you not give us a Duelist Saga 2, Konami? You telling me that set didn't sell well? Whitefish is a deck that recently got support. That was announced for Phantom Darkness. And yeah, it's what I call a scattered deck that's been all over the place with how it's been released. But hey, at least we got them all, and I'm not even sure how much they do. What does the deck actually do? Like, it keeps building up to, I guess, White Aura Whale or White Aura Behemoth? Don't know how you pronounce that. But this card was randomly thrown into the Marek Legendary Duelist pack. Though it has no reason aside from Divine Token? I don't know. Now, here we have Marine Cess, which is what inspired me to get a folder for water, my water cards, because some guy at a tournament was selling his cards, and he said if it were under $5, then he would give them away for free. So I picked up all his common Marine Cesses, so got 3 pages of Marine Cess cards. Like, how is there so many of these? That's funny. But I think this Coral Anima is a misprint, same with Bubble Ring, where you can see the actual art in the card is shifted down, and there's a bit more of a space on the upper end of the card. And it's funny too how Marine Cess were released in high rarity, and yeah, then Konami reprinted them in low rarity. Some more random fish monsters and some water monsters, and there's more Marine Cess cards. The baby Coral Dragon, and some snake-like water monsters with a Sea Dragon Lord Gashonodon. Brothers of Legend over here, and I love this archetype. It was one of my best decks for a while that I would bring to tournaments. Now we have a Monarch page, and the only reason I have Prideful Roar here is because Mobius, with Ice Knight as the baby version of Mobius, and I wonder if we'll see Thunder Knight. And over here, oh yeah, Thunder Knight is from GX, same episode with Ice Knight when he was introduced, so I wonder if we'll see that in Animation Chronicle. Anyway, Eternity Code cards, including the Black Ray Lancer, one of Konami's biggest mistakes, because the original was Black Beast Warrior, which has nothing to do with water at all, and it specifically required water monsters. And I got 10 Spirit Shafana for the cards here because it works so well. More random water monsters. I'm sorry, I'm losing it. I've been talking so long. Penguin monsters. Don't have the Synchro monster, but it's funny that Penguin is an archetype, which I think should have been, because Gamsley played Penguins, as evidenced by a Penguin Torpedo that was printed in a Battles of Legend set. And if you notice, they've changed it to Maze of Memories now with Animation Chronicle now. Yeah, I think they stopped doing Battles of Legend. Now we're getting Battles of Legend Chapter 1 of some rubbish. Alright, we're near the end with World Sea Dragon Zeolantis, more Ice Jade cards, and I completely went over that. I'm sorry. Ice Jade, I don't even know what the deck does. I think it involves equipping, but I would just like to have them all. And some guy actually has an Ice Jade deck, and he says it's not even worth selling. It's so bad, and he doesn't want to bring it to tournaments for laughs. Like, come on. I'm a man of variety. Okay, so Hydro Geddon as part of a bonding archetype with Water Dragon, Oxygeddon. And I'm surprised we even got more bonding cards at some point with Jude Terion and the Water Dragon Cluster. Suijin with Gate Guardian, speaking of which, Dark Guardian was recently announced. Good on you, Konami, I'm so happy. And I wonder if we'll get a search for Dark Guardian. But yeah, that's an older printing of Gate Guardian. Cat Shark is a random thing, and at least it's water, but it's still beast. It's a beast type. No, make it fish or sea serpent something. And finally, we have goatees, which is one of my favorite looking archetypes ever. Some of the best artworks ever in Yu-Gi-Oh! Look how beautiful they are. And we also got the announcement of more goatee cards. So here is the lower rarity, and on the other side is the higher rarity with some ice barriers, and there's a lot of ice barrier cards, I know, so I may have to get more sleeves, maybe another folder as I mentioned earlier, but whew, that's gonna be it for my water collection. What did you think about that? And, oh yes, Full Armored has been announced with Age of Overlord. That's actually right around the corner. So that's another water archetype, and until next time, take care, mates.